Thank you for joining us today. This is a product demonstration on how to install your recording device when you have purchased it from Guest Technologies. When you boot up the system for the very first time, you'll see this on-screen display, and this is called the Wizard. It will help you customize your recording device very easily. The very first thing is you would want to pick your language. English is the default, but if you want to choose any other language, just click on the box using your mouse, and remember everything's left click on the mouse to do any commands. Go ahead and pick the language that you want and then click anywhere on the screen and hit apply down on the bottom. Once you have hit applied, you have the option of do you want to start this wizard every time your system restarts. So for example, if you had a power surge and the system restarted, then this wizard will start again. If you do not want that, just go ahead and uncheck it and it won't start again. And then hit the next button down on the bottom right. There's already a default password set into the system. It's called GESS, G-E-S-S 12345. That is your default password. You could go ahead and change it, but if you do change it, please try to remember exactly what the password you put in, because it's very cumbersome to go ahead and change the password once you forget. So we have to go ahead and put in the default password in here. Once again, it's GESS 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is your enter button on the virtual keyboard. Hit enter. And if you want to see if you typed it in right, go ahead and hit the I over here on the right hand side and click on it, and it will tell you exactly what you have. In this case, if you want to change your password, you could go ahead and put the password in here. It has to be 8 characters, so we're just going to go ahead and put something in here and then hit enter. It will say weak. If you do symbols and characters on the keyboard by hitting the bottom button here, 1, 2, 3, and then going to character buttons right here, you can put in characters, and now you see that it says strong. So once you put some characters in there, it will be strong. And if you want to see what you typed in, hit the I again, and that's the password that we just picked out at random. You would have to repeat the same password in here, in this field right here. Well, we're not going to go ahead and change this. We're going to leave it as guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so, and go ahead and hit the next button. In here, you want to pick the time zone that you're in. We're in the Eastern time zone, so we're going to go ahead and click in here. It's always negative 500 hours. Then the month and the day. If you want the year to appear before or the day to appear, it's up to you. But month, day, and year, and then you click on the little calendar on the right hand side. A calendar will pop up. Pick the current day that you're on, and then you can go ahead and click on the clock right here and change the clock. The first box is for your hours, the next box is for your minutes, and the last box is for your seconds. So currently right now it is 12:32 p.m. So we're just going to go ahead and hit the arrows up and down to get to the right number. And then hit the next button. In here, this is your NIC card. What that means is how it's getting internet. We're just going to go ahead and leave it on DHCP, so then it gets the IP straight from the router. But if you want to specify it, you can go ahead and click on here and put in the IP address that you want, the subnet mask, the gateway, the DNS1 and the DNS2. Once you've done that, you just want to go ahead and hit next. And to make sure that the cloud P2P is enabled right here, but do not enable the encryption. If you do the encryption, it's a lot more settings to get the cameras to appear on your app, and I suggest that you don't do this because it will not work on your app, and the encryption is only good if you're trying to view it from a laptop or a PC. So we're just going to go ahead and check the box up here and make sure that it's enabled. You leave that alone and hit the next button. Then the next button is the wizard, is the ports. You can leave it as default ports, or you could change it. We suggest that you change this server port to 8016. And the HTTP port, because a lot of things write on the standard 80 port, we normally put it to 88. And the RSTP port is important. You want to go ahead and click in front of that 5 and put an 8 there, because iPhones have a hard time seeing the videos on the app if there's only a 5554. After you've done all this, you can leave all this alone and hit the next button. This is your hard drive. It's already in there. It's already installed. We've already initialized it, so you don't have to do anything further. But if you had a brand new hard drive, you could click here and then hit the initial. It will say it's going to erase everything. Do you want to erase? In this case, we're going to say no. But in your case, if it was a new hard drive, you would say okay, and it would format the hard drive. For training purposes, we're going to leave that alone and hit the next button. This is the area that will find any IP cameras. If you have any IP cameras that you bought from us, a door cam camera or a nanny camera, you could go and hit the search button and it would find it. Once it goes through the search, it will search all the network, and then you could just hit the checkbox and hit add, and it will find that camera and put it onto your recording device. We're going to go ahead and hit next for the next wizard. Motion detection is what's standard, but just in case, you could go ahead and click on this little star box under motion detect and say start all day motion detection for all channels. You say yes, and then you say okay, and you're done with the wizard. We will have following videos on exactly how to use this program, how to retrieve videos, how to look at videos. So please stay tuned to our channel and our website for further videos. But this has been a demonstration on how to set up your system for the very first time when you've purchased this equipment from Guest Technologies. Thank you, and hope to see you again.